Moshi Monsters, the game that shaped the internet. Well, it shaped the world really, and a huge part of many people's childhoods. If you hopped on after school, feeding and spending time with your virtual pet, Poppet, Katsuma, whatever, playing fun mini games, it certainly was an iconic game for everyone. But I'm not here to talk about the game. Oh no, I'm here to talk about one of the many times it crossed over into the real world. Not the figurines, not the plushies, I'm talking about their very own music album. As I'm sure you already know, Moshi Monsters had many attempts at trying to seep its way into the music industry, some much more successful than others. Cough cough Lady Goo Goo. But this album just seemed to knock the ball out of the park completely, the album being Music Rock. The album was rammed full of all your favourite Moshi Monsters characters, all singing in their own unique genres of music, which perfectly fit them. Whether you wanted to rock like a zombie, or dance to the Jollywood beats with Bobby Sing Song, or even join the sneaky flying shifty Strangelove on his latest evil mission, you could. And to put the icing on the cake, it even had bonus interludes. You can just tell that 6-year-old me was buzzing when I heard the monsters all behind the scenes preparing for their next big gig. The one with the tweenie bops auditioning could have been left out for the greater good though, let's be honest. Now I bet you're either thinking one of two things right now. Either I remember all of this like it was yesterday, which it wasn't unless you're like me and still listen to it, or who in their right mind would be saying enough to go and buy the Moshi Monsters music album? And if you answered the second one, that, my friend, is your cue to leave. Except don't really, because this is where it gets interesting. More than 100,000 people in the United Kingdom alone. No, I didn't stutter. No, you aren't dreaming. That is the equivalent to the population of Seychelles, the country with the most overrated flag ever. Let's not get into that, because this isn't a geography channel. Just thinking to themselves, oh, I'm going to go out and buy the Moshi Monsters CD. And I bet the people over at Mindcandy were loving it, rolling in their success in the music industry. It wasn't even just the physical releases that were well received too. The album also managed to make its way into the charts. Now I'll give you a second to think about what position it managed to peak. 50th? 20th? Maybe even 10th? No. It managed to become 4th. And this wasn't even a small feat either. The lovable, huggable monsters managed to outrank many industry giants in the past, including LMFAO, Gautier, Adele, and even Ed Sheeran himself. Let me remind you again that this was based on a children's game. It's just mental, honestly. What makes it even better is that it wasn't even anything small like only having a week in the chart. It managed to continue with its place in the UK top 100 for an astonishing 3 months. And to be honest, I'll see why when it included such gems as this. I feel like we should talk about some of the songs actually in the album for a bit though, because there certainly were some questionable choices here, not all of them being Mindcandy's decision though. As great as I Heart Moshlings was, it just doesn't really have the feel it should when it's towards the end of the album. As well as this, there was surprisingly not a single Lady Goo Goo song in the album, which I guarantee half of the kids in the country, if not the world, were livid about. And well, that's how you know we're at this point in the video. It was inevitable really. How could anyone sit through a video talking about the Moshi Monsters music and not bring up Lady Goo Goo once? She started off as an innocent parody modelling of Lady Gaga, just as a baby who was a pop star. And then the people at Mindcandy came up with the idea of making music for Goo Goo, which to an outsider would have been fine, right? But nope, Gaga wasn't having any of it. Apparently the harmless moshling was mocking her, but in reality we know that the reason was due to Moshi making them pretty pennies. It's just a harmless character from a kids game, let me remind you. It really wasn't as serious as she made it out, and that was the end of Lady Goo Goo, and this is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed, thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe.